Every time a young man digs a hole in the ground for someone, he gets paid 200 crore rupiah. Don't think of this as just an ordinary renovation job. In reality, he uses a high-voltage drill to puncture the country's oil pipelines. With every few inches of drilling, he carefully injects a special cooling fluid into the drill. A single mistake could cause an explosion powerful enough to destroy the entire surrounding village. Just imagining it is terrifying. Yet, they never back down. Why? Because if the hole is successful and oil is stolen from the pipeline, it can sell for hundreds of crores on the black market. At that moment, the young man began to feel a little nervous, because no one knows what might happen in the next second. With trembling hands, he gave the drill one final push. Then suddenly he pulled it out. The boss standing beside him, who looked like a contractor, panicked and asked, "What happened? Why did you pull the drill out?" The young man replied calmly, "The job is done. Now pay the 200 crores. The boss was shocked. "Are you crazy? The hole isn't even finished and you're already asking for payment? I could send you to the desert right now, understand?" But the young man remained calm. First, he installed a pressure gauge. Then he connected the pipe and said, "This pipeline has a thickness of 15 millimeters. I've drilled 14 millimeters. Now, when the crude oil flows out under pressure, the remaining 1 millimeter will break on its own. There's no risk of explosion. Now, do you understand, boss? So please, the payment." A few seconds later, a cracking sound like a spark of electricity came from inside. Within a countdown of just 5 seconds, the pressure gauge spiked from 0.1 straight to 99. The boss fell silent, stunned. "Is this magic?" he exclaimed. Seeing the oil flowing, his face lit up with joy. Within minutes, the job was done and the money was transferred instantly. The boss walked out of the site and said, "Work with me. I guarantee you'll earn 1,000 crore rupiah per year." The young man slowly turned and said, "I don't work with anyone, but if you have a big project, just let me know." The boss paused for a moment, then said, "It just so happens I do have a project worth 300 billion rupiah. If you're interested, I can introduce you to our big boss." Hearing the number 300 billion rupiah, how could the young man refuse? Not long after they met on a terrace, the big boss got straight to the point and said, "This time the target is oil worth 300 billion rupiah. Can you do it?" The young man replied, "No problem, but think first, where are you going to hide that much oil? Otherwise, what's the point of stealing it?"